Yes, people, it's Jacob up on the one up top, and I'm about to do a preview on the game that I'm about to watch now, which is Aston Villa, who are home to the mighty Tottenham. Just in the lineups, looks like it's going to be an interesting game. Villa have changed their formation. They've gone with a 4-3-1-2 with Coutinho in the hole, Ings and Watkins up front. Now that's dangerous, if them three click, and it'll give anybody problems. They've got Douglas Luiz, Ramsey, and McGinn in midfield. Back four is Konza, Cash, Tyrone Mings, and Luca Digne. So they've got very good lineup on paper. Martinez in goal, very good keeper, world class in my opinion. Spurs, we've gone same as Newcastle, which was expected. I thought maybe regular might come in, but when you beat a team 5-1, doesn't make sense to change something that isn't broken. So be an interesting game. This is going to be one for the neutrals. Arsenal will be chomping at the bit for Villa because, as we speak, they're losing 2-0 at home to Brighton, which for me was shocking. I generally thought, as much as I wanted Brighton to get a result, the best I could hope for was a draw there. So, this is a game where, regardless of Arsenal winning, drawing, losing, Chelsea, Man United dropping points earlier, we have to win the game regardless because, mathematically, if we win all our games, no one can stop us really, can they? So we had to win it regardless. I think the mindset would have been the same. I don't think they'd wake up in the morning and focus on the Brighton game before deciding what they need to do in this game. It's just we've got to win. It's going to be a tough game, I ain't gonna lie. Villa have lost 3 on the bounce. Stevie G would have given all them players a kick up the backside, in training this week because they've lost by a margin, and they've lost a bit of form. So I'm not going to go out there and get cocky with it because they've lost their last 3 games because football's a funny game. You look at Brighton, they hadn't scored a goal in about 5-6 games. Then they go to Arsenal and go and score 2. So football will be a fun game. I'm still going to stick with the Spurs win. Villa may score because you do look at them front 3 and think someone could pull something off there. But I think with the formation that we've got, we should be able to handle that relatively because they'll have the 2 up front pressing against the 3. And I think Hojbjerg will have his money cut out along with, Bentancur because they're going to have to keep Coutinho quiet because he's going to be drifting in between the lines and trying to influence the game. He'll probably be given sort of a free role. So everybody has to work hard and make sure that Coutinho's getting the ball as much as possible. But it'll be an interesting game. I just hope that our recent form and results against Aston Villa work in our favour again. And if they do, then we're in a very good position for Champions League football. But again, even if we do win, it's not over till it's over. So, we've got to focus on that. Just hope that Harry Kane can pull the strings. It's going to be difficult for him because they've got a 3 in midfield and, one of them will be instructed to surely keep an eye on him. But I think if we don't get too much caught out in a press by Aston Villa, if Aston Villa sit back off us and we play the way we've been playing over the last few weeks, I think we can get the win. But we'll see. Hopefully Brighton can ride this one out. Still can't believe seeing that score, but it's made me feel good. I just hope that I'm laughing even more by the end of the game, so we'll see. Yes, people, it's half time at Villa Park, and it's Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 1. But honestly, the result just doesn't tell you what's going on. I mean, the score at the minute is just we took the lead, and that's the only thing that's happened. Like Aston Villa have peppered us. They've absolutely peppered us. Coutinho just pulling the strings. Bentancur and Hojbjerg don't even know what's going on because there's so much energy in McGinn, Ramsey, Douglas Luiz, and then Coutinho is taking advantage of that midfield energy that they've got and just picking up pockets wherever he wants. Kulusevski's basically a right back. We needed Matt Doherty on because the fullbacks that we've got on now, due to substitutions, I don't really trust. But the fortunate thing is it's 1-0. It's got the same sort of vibe that we had last weekend against Newcastle, where maybe people might say we deserve to not be losing, but I don't think we deserve to be winning because all we did was keep the possession. It was really slow, lethargic, but that was after the international break. This one, we literally haven't done anything. We spent 40 minutes in our own half and effectively just let Villa do what they want. We criticised Hugo Lloris last week, but without him today, I think we're 3 or 4-1 down. It's that deep, but we're 1-0 up. Hugo's having a good game, and to be fair, I'll shout out the defence, because the defence, you know, digging in. And for me, it's like, if you're going to have a bad game, at least be making sure that you're in a decent position. You know, we could have beat the Tottenham of a few seasons. We'll be playing this game when we'll be 4-0 down. But we're digging in, and the way we've played this half, it can't get any worse. If it gets any worse, then Villa are going to actually win 4-1, just like we did against Newcastle. They're just going to batter us second half if we don't fix up, I think, you know. But the blessing, like I've always said, with this run-in and with this club, is that we've got Conte in the reins, and, you know, his brain would have been ticking. He's not going to sit there and just watch this happen. I think he'll give every player a kick up the backside, somehow be rejuvenated. But I think if we don't nullify what Villa are doing centrally in midfield, because effectively they've got 4 central midfielders against our 2, and our defence is holding off, but it's going to get to a point where, you know, it's got like Danny Ings, a fit Danny Ings probably scores 3. Ollie Watkins had a couple of chances. It's just, like I alluded to in previous weeks, that if Aston Villa's strikers were as potent as I think they should be, we'd be in some big problems here. But a lot of the players are struggling to be clinical in this side. Stevie G on the side is holding his heads every 5 minutes, because he knows full well they should be winning this. And if I'm being honest, if the pattern stays the same way, I just hope that we can go up the other end, get another goal, whether it be lucky, a penalty or anything like that. Just get it out of the way, because I've been on several streams, several shows, and said sometimes you just got to win games. Like, you know, Liverpool won the last 5 games or whatever it is, and they're not the Liverpool of before. But if they turned up and been Liverpool before, they probably would have blitzed up everybody. So I just think we just need to go into these games and win them. By hook or by crook, whether it's ugly or pretty, just go and win them and take advantage of what happened to Arsenal and United today. But we'll see what happens second half. But I just hope Spursy isn't a word for today. Yes, my people, it's full time. Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 4. I've lost my voice, so if I sound like I've just reached puberty, then please forgive me. But again, it's just like the Newcastle game. I can't believe that actually happened. But Aston Villa actually didn't play that badly, you know. Like, the first half, they dominated us completely. In the second half, they weren't actually that bad. It's just our front 3, just clinical. Like, first of all, what I want to say is that if everybody's talking about it's the Harry Kane team, we've just scored 9 goals, conceded 1 goal, and Harry Kane ain't scored none of them. So don't talk to me about our striker is the main man. The guy is pulling strings, but if you're looking at it now, Son's catching up Salah. You know what I mean? And he's been, for me, I was only saying it last week, he's had a bad season. And he's about to, you know, get Salah wondering what's going on here. So this season for Spurs has just been mad. It's like, it feels like we've had 2 seasons in one. It's just like we've had the bad season with Nuno, and then we've had the one with Conte. It's like, it's unbelievable what's going on. You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not one of these fans that's going to sit there and say we dominated Villa. We didn't, because if Villa even took one of their chances in the first half, I don't think this game goes the way it is. But, you know, we go into the second half, and all I kept saying to myself is if we score a goal early doors, first sort of 5-10 minutes, game's wrapped up. That's how I felt, you know, as soon as we walked in, and then as soon as we came in, dominated possession, got that second goal, then got the third, then fortunately we got the fourth. I mean, Son takes the match ball, but Kulusevski, man, this guy is just unreal. Like, he's just so robust, so efficient. Top player, you know what I mean? And, you know, if you're a Spurs fan and honestly thought that he was going to change the game the way he did, you're just chatting rubbish, because he's doing absolute bits. He's taking a lot of pressure off Kane and Son. You know, like I said, we just played Villa and beat him 4-0. We won 5-1 against Newcastle last week. Harry Kane ain't even scored. So imagine if Harry Kane had his shooting boots on, because he had a couple of chances in both games. If he had them, we're talking what, 12 games or 12 goals in them games? It's madness. And I'm always crying out for, you know, an attacking midfielder and all this stuff. And for me, if we did bring an attacking midfielder into this fold that worked hard like the others, people, well, in this league anyway, for this season would get battered. And you know, if Hotspur did Saturdays, this was perfect. You know, I honestly didn't think Man United would drop points. They did. Definitely didn't think Arsenal would. They did. You know, Chelsea, everybody's talking about them being in the top 4 contention, blah, 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 but I'm like, nah. They've accumulated the points that they needed to get there, you know. All they needed to do is have a few good games, and today they absolutely battered Southampton, and that is reassured for me anyway. But, you know, a lot of people asking the question, which for me is a question that didn't need to be asked, is just Chelsea are going to finish 3rd. And even if they're going to finish 4th, there's not 2 teams out of Arsenal, Man United, West Ham and Tottenham that are going to go above Chelsea. That's just, if you think that, then you're smoking some weird dust. So, yeah. So, great performance. I mean, we talk about the attack, but Romero, wow, this guy is just everything he wants. Everything I want in a defender. That's... I'll put it this way, me and him have probably got the same mentality. The difference is he's like 1,000 times better than me. Like, just go and meet the ball, go and crunch it, don't take no rubbish from no one. If you've got 11 men that do that, you win stuff. That's why Liverpool is so great, because they've got 11 men that don't take no rubbish from nobody. That's what we need, and we're starting to build that with Conte. There's people that are getting, you know, that influence from him. So, yeah, I was a happy Yid when United lost this afternoon. I was even happier when Arsenal lost. Now I'm in my optimum. So I'm going to enjoy my Saturday afternoon. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I've got my family down. I've got the kids round. Tottenham have smashed it this weekend. And I hope it continues, you know. Shout out Aston Villa. Cheers. Nice one for that. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly thought you were going to beat us and you didn't. So onwards and upwards. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday afternoon. I doubt you're going to enjoy it better than mine, but if you do, peace and love. And if you're having a rubbish one, perk yourself up. Love.